Death Valley.
Hi, we're at Ubehebe Crater Trail
In Death Valley National Park.
Yes, look at that.
And we're gonna take the 1.5 mile round trip trail around the crater.
It's gonna be exciting.
Come join us.
Come join us.
Ubehebe Crater is located in northern Death Valley National Park. It's an excellent place to explore the power of maar volcanoes. Ubehebe Crater is a large volcanic crater 600 feet deep and a half a mile across. The age of the crater is estimated to be 2,000 to 7,000 years old. Walking to the bottom of the main crater is easy, however, the trip back up can be exhausting. Walking around the rim is moderately difficult due to the initial climb and loose footing. The walk around the rim is about 1.5 miles round trip and almost 400 feet of elevation gain. This route leads past several smaller craters including Little Hebe. Death Valley Park rangers recommend to please stay on the trail since the crater rim are composed of very loose material, making them unstable and dangerous. Often you hear mistakenly that Ubehebe means big basket, but Ubehebe name was first applied to a 5,000 foot mountain peak 24 miles southwest of the crater. How the name Ubehebe became associated with the crater is not known. The crater was formed when magma migrated close to the surface and the heat of the magma caused groundwater to flash into steam, throwing large quantities of pulverized old rock and new magma across the stony alluvial fan draped across the valley floor. We have to hike this trail to get a little bit higher to get a better view of the valley and of Ubehebe Crater. Views are gorgeous. Look at these snow-capped mountains in the background.
Another viewpoint of the crater. I'm already out of breath going up this. Doing a lot of uphill so far on this trip. Waiting for Roberto. He's coming. Come on, Boo, strut your stuff.
Strut my stuff.
Strut your stuff, baby.
It's an uphill.
I know, I was just telling him.
And we're almost at sea level. Imagine if we're like 5,000 feet higher. The best time to visit Death Valley National Park is between September 1st and June 1st, when temperatures aren't scorching hot. We did this hike on Ubehebe Crater in mid-January, and we still got hot hiking with the temperatures being in the 70s. Summer temperatures can easily hit 110 plus degrees. Walking on a ridgeline to get to Little Ubehebe Crater, and you can see the vastness of Death Valley behind. There's definitely the sight to see. Mountain ridges in each direction, snow-capped peaks. It is a pretty barren stretch of desert with the big crater in the middle of it. Amazing. That definitely is small compared to big Hebe. This is a Little Hebe crater. Very tiny. The crater was formed when magma migrated close to the surface and the heat of the magma caused groundwater to flash into steam, throwing large quantities of pulverized old rock and new magma across the stony alluvial fan draped across the valley floor. The magma rose through a fault that lies along the western base of Tin Mountain. Movement on this fault was responsible for the uplift of the entire Cottonwood Mountain range.
Hi, folks. There's a crater right there. Check it out.
We're coming up to the top of the crater at about 2,700 feet. We just hiked about 300 feet in elevation from the teeny tiny parking lot right around there.
Yeah, you see our car. It's gonna be downhill from here, so we'll be okay.
What she said. Cinders from these explosions cover much of the surrounding area. This material is very evident as you drive up the hill to the parking area. The cinders covering most of the area came from Ubehebe and are as much as 150 feet thick at the crater rim, decreasing in depth outward from that point. The colorful layers in the crater's eastern wall are radially through which the explosion occurred. Thanglomerate is an alluvial fan deposit which has hardened into rock. Sandstones and older conglomerate deposits, loosely cemented together by calcite, make up the conglomerate, and most of the pieces of rock are either volcanic and metamorphic. Death Valley.
Don't mind me, I'm just sliding down a crater.
I love you.
I love you.
Want a cool picture of ourselves on this little ledge over
For the gram.
for the gram, maybe for the YouTube thumbnail too. The maar forming eruptions sent out a fallout debris that mantled a broad area around the volcanic field. Dozens of steam explosions issued from Ubehebe alone. The resulting light and gray cinder deposits consist of finely fragmented volcanic rock mixed with pulverized bedrock and are thickest immediately next to Ubehebe. We're heading back down to the parking lot. We're about 3/4 done with the Ubehebe Crater Loop.
We just got done walking the Ubehebe Trail.
And it was really cool.
Very cool. It's really fun to walk around a whole crater.
So if you're coming to Death Valley, you should totally do the Crater Trail.
Yes, put this on your bucket list. It was well worth it. So
On to the next.
on today. We're at Ubehebe. That was called. Just say it again. Ubehebe.
Ubehebe.
Ubehebe Crater Trail.
Ubehebe.
It's a mouthful. Ubehebe
Crater. Better view of Ubehebe Crater. These snow-capped peeps.
Why does it do that to me?
Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe to our adventure channel to see more weekly hiking video guides.